Welcome to another Creative Spin podcast episode. Another podcast with my favorites. And I guess the only co-host I have.
I was going to say, you have another one?
How's it going?
It's going well, thank you.
Welcome. It's been a while.
It has been a while, yes.
Let's before we hit the intro, let's just admit to this. We've been slacking off.
No, we've been busy. There were certain priorities that had to be taken care of, and so there you go.
Man, you're good at coming up with excuses.
No, I'm not.
No, we've been slacking off. We've been slacking off, and it's okay.
Summer, and I've been enjoying a little bit of the.
Listen, it's okay, and for a lot of the people that are listening to us, that also, they also have their own podcast or they also have their own thing going on, and sometimes this whole guilt trip comes around, and we're like, oh my God, I have to do this. You know what? You have to do it when you have to do it. That's the bottom line. Yeah, we had a pretty good run last year of our podcast in which we were very consistent, and we were recording and we had a podcast every week. And then all of a sudden, this whole COVID-19 came around, and we got busy
and
with
certain
work,
priorities. You
and
see,
life, and this and that. And I know it all sounds like excuses, but it's not. It's just life, and it's okay to do that.
It's been a new experience.
And
altogether.
you know what? It's actually been pretty good. It gave me the opportunity to breathe a little bit and to figure out what I want to do next. And I think this is, stage
Isn't it
2.
funny how we were going, not noticing that sometimes it's okay to take a break?
It's okay to slow down. It's okay to take a break. It's and it's fine. So that being said, I think my chair's kind of breaking. It's that extra little weight.
Quarantine food.
It's the quarantine food that is kicking in another notch. Are you on your phone?
No.
You need to pay attention to me, man.
I am paying attention to you.
God.
And I am paying attention to what was going on here.
What kind of co-host? I need a new co-host. So
have I not been paying attention?
Listen, you stay there. I'm making an announcement here on the podcast. Can you please allow me that?
Do you want me to step out?
No, you can sit there. You just don't have to make it. Come on, man. I just want to put it out there. I need a new co-host, please, because...
Oh, that's fine.
No, you're not supposed to agree. Okay, none of this is working out. Anyways, do you know what the topic is today for the podcast?
No clue. Pay attention? I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I roll around here. I like bringing...
You don't say.
Listen, I love surprising you with topics because I feel like if I catch you by surprise, it's gonna be raw. It's gonna be natural. It's gonna be, the real deal, and that's what I want to give to people out there.
Because you just know how I react to things, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I mean, hopefully.
Would you tell another co-host the topic, or hope for the best as well?
Now she's getting jealous. Now she's getting jealous of a new co-host that doesn't even exist yet.
I like that. Jealous.
So we're going to be talking. Guess what? We're going to be talking about inspiration.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. At different levels. I got a whole lack of questions in my head. I didn't even write them down. This is how I roll here at the Creative Spin podcast, people. I know this is not the right way to do a podcast, but what the heck? I've never been one to follow the rules, so I'm not going to be doing it now. And
certain.
And as I was saying, I don't have anything written down for this and most of the podcasts. Believe it or not, people, I do not do my homework on my podcast. I'm just me.
Don't tell a teacher that. I don't do my homework.
Okay, let's hit that intro. And we're back.
We are back.
Am I in trouble?
Not yet.
Aw, man, come on. I like being in trouble. So.
Oh, boy.
As I was saying, in a lot of cases, I think people have this perception that everything is done in a certain way. So let's say in this case in particular, if you're working on a podcast, you should have the topic chosen. You should have done your homework in terms of that topic. You should probably get material to back you up. You should inform your co-host of what the
that would be nice.
of what the topic is going to be. And you are absolutely right. Those should all be there on the list. You should do all of these things. But I don't. And this is who I am.
You're always so busy that, yeah.
Welcome to my world. And like many other episodes before this one, I totally went off on the rules. So I want to talk to you about inspiration. And the reason why I want to talk to you about that is because, you know, like I guess most people online, if you've been online for the last, I don't know, lifetime, you've come across all of these quote unquote, I'm making air quotes for those of you who are not watching the video, air quotes here, all of the inspirational quotes, images, videos, people, all of the above that you find on social media. I've got mixed feelings. I've got mixed feelings because there are some of them that are okay. There are some of them that are total bullshit. And those are the ones I want to focus a little bit on. Yeah. Because, you know, I don't know why, but on my YouTube feed, for some weird reason, I keep getting these suggestions of these guys that are going to change my life. Oh. These guys that know how to make me money.
Oh my God, those.
These guys that know.
No wonder you didn't tell me
how my business should be. Oh. Because never mind, I've been at this for 16 years. You know, for Creative 7, not to mention all the other years I've been working as a designer. I'm not saying I know everything, but you know what? My company's still here. 16 years later, I guess I have been doing something right. Yeah, still have a roof over our heads. I don't know how that happened, but it's here. But then again, these guys are gonna fix my life. These guys. Oh,
how successful are they to be saying that?
Well, I don't know. They might actually be very successful.
It's a genuine question. Like,
but okay. The problem I have is when I see a 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old telling me this. I get it. You can be a genius. I get that. I mean, you can be a prodigy. You can be someone that really gets life, gets business. I mean,
no, for sure.
If you're 23 years old, you've had 4 years of experience. Good for you. I mean, woo, life throws a lot of shit at you. Yeah. And I don't know if you're gonna have all of that life experience to tell me, the 40-something-year-old,
definitely not the years.
And what I find even worse is, you know, the younger crowd that are actually listening to these guys tell them how to you know, get famous or get successful or get whatever it is. I just have such a big problem with this, and I'm venting a little bit. I know I'm venting a little bit, but I had to because I've just been getting, and in the ads as well, they're investing hard. These kids, they know about it. You know, they know how you know, YouTube ads work and
Funny
Facebook
you
ads
should
work.
Say that, because I get that as a teacher, like the young teachers coming out of faculty, they have all the answers to all the problems, right?
And listen.
And a lot of times I'm like...
And let me play the nice guy now for a second. I get it.
No, they do have a lot of good
You've
stuff.
read a lot of books. You've watched a lot of people. You've gathered enough information.
And valued ideas and information, for sure.
What I feel is like you can't be teaching people when you're so young. I just don't feel that that's the right... Like, you know, when your gut feeling just says, man,
I think it's the approach that is wrong. Instead of trying to teach me, maybe share information with me.
How can you be a life coach? Right? How can you tell me about life? Let's say... one of the important things of life is having a family, having kids, and how that actually affects your life in general, your business, your everything. And if you're 22, 23, without kids, without being married, without having all these things happening in your life, so without having that experience within whatever you're going to teach me, how can I validate that?
And it's funny you're saying that, because a personal example came to mind. Actually many years ago, we had someone that is about 15, 20 years older than us in business telling us, come and talk to me in 10 years from now. Because we had all these ideas. We knew, all the stuff. And he kept throwing challenges at us, if you remember.
And he kept laughing at me, ironically, which was kind of interesting.
It was annoying at the time. But
yeah, it was pretty annoying. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty annoying at the time.
But we were there. We thought we had all the solutions. We thought we knew it all. And he kept saying, yeah, what you're saying is valued and it definitely work on it. However, you should leave space for the challenges that are going to come your way.
And because we never gone through the challenges, we never foreseen those challenges and we never really thought about them.
15 years later, we're saying, damn, he was so right.
I know. And it sucks to admit that you were wrong. But
know,
it is what it is, right? And that's why I wanted to bring this side up of all of these inspirational guys, of all these people that are out there, you know, trying to, I get it. They're trying to make a buck. They're trying to get you to sign into their program video scheme. And I'm not saying it's a scheme, but whatever they're trying to sell, you know, I rather, you know, be sold by someone that has been through it. You know, if you have in fact been a successful entrepreneur in whatever field it is, and there are actually a lot of courses that are popping up with people that have been in business for a long time and they have stuff to show.
So much to show,
And those are valid. Those are the right ones to look at.
And then the new young ideas can be attached to that experience. That's what I usually say. There are really good, like, young people with amazing ideas. And when you put that together with that experience that comes from being in business for 10, 15, 20, 25 years, that's where I think you have value. You shouldn't be teaching. You should be sharing ideas. There's a difference, right?
100%.
I can be 20 years old now and say, okay, I think this is how it is, instead of I'm here to fix your life. Like, it's how you deliver that message that sometimes is wrong.
Yeah, it's the mentality and the way that you're thinking, I think, is the most important part of this whole conversation. I think, you know, now at 43, I've done a lot. I've been working on my own for the last 16 years. I've been working as a designer for 20 plus years, which is kind of crazy to think about.
You've had those challenges that,
but I still think that I have so much to learn.
Absolutely.
And I don't just think, I know I have so much to learn. And here's the contradictory thing. I want to learn from young people as well. Mm-hmm. The problem of this conversation, of this whole inspirational thing that I want to grab out of, you know, just wanting to vent about it a little bit, is the way I see, you know, a lot of people that don't have the life experience wanting to just say that this is how it is.
The problem is the word teach. They want to teach everyone something they haven't gone through. You need to share. You need to be humble enough to say, I can share with you this perspective, but I also would love to learn from you if you can share with me your own perspective.
And listen, I'm in no way trying...
That's where there's an issue with this
I'm in no way trying to bash anybody that is younger. I'm in no way trying to put anybody that's older up there.
Very valued information.
I honestly believe that we can learn from each other, no matter what age group you belong to. The same way that I'm saying this about the younger crowd, I'm also going to say about the older crowd. I don't want to be taught by an older person that doesn't know what they're talking about.
Or is not willing to accept you for where you are, because it's only their vision that is important. Exactly. That's also wrong. Right?
I want to learn from somebody that wants to share their life experience, their angle to that equation, to that problem that they went through in life, because that is where you're going to get the value and the inspiration to then do what you want to do based on those little tidbits that you're going to grab from this guy, that gal. And you're going to grab all of that and you're going to mix it in your little pot, your little secret pot, and then you're going to make that your life experience. That's the way I value, you know, information and experience.
Well, if I may give my 2 cents, where I also have an issue sometimes with that scenario of inspiration. And in my world, a lot of it comes from the teaching, right? Where I have younger people telling me I should teach this way, that way. And when I tell them that idea is not going to work because You've done it
and it didn't.
and when they don't accept it, I'm like, I wonder why you don't do that. But I feel like a lot of times it just comes from this sense of trying to prove yourself so much that you lose
the sense of who you are,
and you stop being genuine. For me, the issue I have with, be it in teaching, be it in business, be it anywhere in the world, if you are not genuine, you lost me and I will pay no attention to you. I don't want you to look at Jamie because Jamie is successful and copy what Jamie does and says and make it your own story.
That's where the problem is.
And I
see
can
that
tell
a lot.
and I can tell right away,
but,
right?
But yeah, and that's the other thing is like,
be genuine.
If when you're not genuine, I think people just see it. It
At
could
least
be spotted a mile away.
I'm not brilliant and I can see it right away. And if you tell me that, if I made it in life studying and writing blogs and I'm a successful person, and then you turn around and you go, oh, I had to study really hard and I was writing blogs. Really?
Yeah, let your work speak for itself and let your life experience speak for itself. Yeah. I think, and please, guys, comment below on whatever platform you're watching this or listening to. I mean, give us your 2 cents. I mean, I would love to hear from the younger crowd, the older crowd, the really old crowd, the young kid. I don't care. Everybody in the mix. I want to listen to your experience. I want to read your experiences and what you think about this. Who are you following? Like this is another thing too. Like there's, especially in the social media world, we have a lot of people that are like the trenders, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people love following them because, they've achieved some sort of success and they were doing things right. And now all of a sudden, you get that big following. And what you see a lot is people really, and it kind of comes back to what you just said, of people copying them, like starting to talk like them, act like them, be like them. And it's just overwhelming. You're almost changing as a person, as in your own personality, to be like that person, and you're not yourself. I think in my case, in my experience, at this age right now, there's something to be said to that 40. that number,
I'm halfway through.
That number 4 is kind of interesting. You become, I know not everybody, but you become confident with yourself, with your own skin. You don't have anything else to prove. I'm sitting right here talking to you, and I don't give a rat's ass about what people have to say about me or not. Because if they don't like me, if you guys don't like me, just change, go somewhere else. It is what it is.
Tender age, right?
Yeah, and I think I would love to see us as a race, as a human race, to be able to have that before. Like, I wish I knew what I know today when I was 20, and because it would give me another 20 years of all this good experience to be able to do things differently.
And it's funny because I used to listen to my grandmother.
I know we sound old right now,
but I used to listen to my grandmother say that to me. I wish I could be your age now and know what I know. And I'm like, that makes no sense.
Made no sense.
My God, it does make sense.
And this is when you realize you're getting old. Hello, I am Jamie and I am old.
But no, you're not. I see.
Hello, I am Jamie and I'm experienced.
There you go. I'm wise. I enjoy life.
That word could have taken a whole different. I'm not going to go there.
Notice how I kind of get one.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. And you dirty minds out there.
Of course.
What are you thinking?
Yeah. But
as you were saying.
No, I was just.
Your grandma.
I was trying to get away from that, but okay, you brought it back. Okay. But yeah, no, I remember both my grandmothers saying that I wish I could go back to being your age. But bring all this knowledge and experience that I've attained. But I think it's the beauty of being human.
I was just gonna say that. Okay, you stole my thunder right now.
We keep saying, I wish I could go back. Oh my God. Like when I look at our kids now and I'm like, I wish I had all this technology. But would I be different than what they are.
No way,
I would
man.
not, right? So I
mean-
would if and that
Okay,
Back
let's-
to the Future, my
let's
favorite
sh-
movie.
Actually, didn't it wasn't it
Yesterday or 2 days
35
ago,
years?
35 years, something
Yeah.
like that.
Anyways, going back.
Yeah, but again, that's it, right? I think
mean,
it's part
I
of
would
being
never
human.
want to go back, like change things because
No,
you know,
no.
knowing how to use a pencil to
A tape.
on a tape to just rewind it quicker. And the young kids are like, what is he talking about? Ask your dad. But you know what I mean? It's like
true.
going through all of these experiences of having a phone that would die after an hour.
Our son was watching a video the other day on YouTube about
what?
technology from the 80s. Do you recognize it? And they were interviewing all these kids that are teenagers now, right? And so it was a VCR, but one of the ones that you pressed a button and it would pop up. Remember that one?
Amazing.
And they're all looking at it, right? And they didn't know what to do. And then one of them figured out the press here button. He pressed and it scared the living daylights out of him when it really popped
But
up.
listen,
right?
I mean, these
And
are the experiences you
yeah.
can't take back. I love the fact that I grew up in the age I grew up. We grew
Yeah.
up. I think it was great. I mean, not to say that these kids nowadays, they're not going to go through the same thing.
They will.
You know what? Everything is it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the
in
circle
20,
of life.
30 years, especially now, the way technology is going,
Oh, yeah.
you know, they're going to look back at, I'm looking like a PlayStation 4. They're going to go, oh my God, I used to play just the same way as I now look back and the Sega Genesis, like, woo,
Yep.
you know, the first Nintendo that came out, like, wow, it was crazy.
I
but-
never thought an iPod would be now a what kind of thing, right? Like
Exactly.
how it's not that far back in time. And when I look at my iPod, our kids are like, that's cute.
That's interesting, boys and girls.
Right? Well, it's been what, 10, 15 years?
Yeah, but, you know, let's go back to
No,
Listen,
that's the inspiration, right? Like
you
everything
keep
inspires you.
throwing me off.
Of course, it's always that's why you have me here,
Listen, you're
so
the
that you
worst,
can blame me, right?
You're the worst co-host, man. I'm telling you.
I'm so glad you said that.
Okay,
Bye.
okay, take it back. I take it back. Come on. But it's been an interesting trip to see all of these inspirational people out there. But in the middle of all of it, okay, let's go into a positive zone because I always like ending up conversations on a positive zone. You know
It was
what?
pretty positive.
I'm so happy to see a lot of people that have been really successful in life, that have gone through so many good and bad experiences, but ultimately at the end, they are now sharing all of these experiences so that we don't have to go through them. I'm loving the fact that we have so many good platforms out there that we can be sharing and consuming and learning from all of these amazing people that we have out there. Sure, we're going to have all of these fake, air quotes again,
We've always had them.
fake inspirational people. But yeah, you're right. We've always had them, even before social media and even
We've
before
always had them.
technology. You
Yeah.
always had those people that would, you know, go to the middle of town and start, you know, stand on top of a box and start talking about whatever life they're making up and just, you know, confusing people even more. But the bottom line is that I'm so glad that we are now living in a time zone that allows us to be able to get so much good information out there and I feel, you know, that we're like a privileged society now.
In many ways, yeah. I would
And
say so.
one of the things that I only the only message I'm going to put out there in terms of a little bit of the negative side is like, be careful of all of the things you hear, of all the people you listen to. Not everybody has that good heart, that good experience, and
it's
that
like
good
the
intention.
fake news. Yeah.
But, you know, I think that gut feeling that I always keep bringing up, it's what I do in my life is whenever you feel like your gut is telling you, is that real? Are you sure? That's when do your research. The same way that you have all of these channels to learn from, you also have all of these channels to kind of dive in and
do your
confirm
research. Yeah.
if what A, B, or C said is actually right and is actually the right thing. You know, and don't believe in every single news outlet out there.
And not the first or second thing you see. dig deeper.
We are definitely living on that fake news
Yeah.
era, and it is true, but it's only fake if you don't do your homework.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And if you choose to, I love how people read titles, for example, any news.
Yeah.
And they jump into the comments, insulting and where. Did you even read do you even know what you're commenting on? A lot of times they're commenting on the exact opposite of what the news is all about, right?
Yeah, and titles can be deceiving, right?
Exactly.
They're clickbaits in most cases, right? They're
The
trying.
function of a title is to call your attention, right?
And in
So-
in today's world, we're calling them clickbaits
Yeah,
because that's what
exactly.
they are. It's basically whoever's writing the story or the news outlet out there, they know that they have about 2 seconds to get people's attention, so
Exactly.
they need to put something that's going to, when you're reading it, you're going to go, oh my god, oh what.
Keyword when you're reading it. Read it.
and they just want you to click. That's the clickbait.
Yeah, but read it.
But don't be so fast in clicking the share button.
No.
And commenting on something without doing full research. And I've gotten myself used to doing that a lot lately because it's
I hardly
so,
share anything.
yeah. And even with pictures and all this
Yeah.
stuff, don't believe that the picture was taken today. It might have been a stock image or something that was taken a long time ago. And they
Or
just
a
used it.
Photoshop expert that knows how to do very good tricks to the picture
There you
and so
go.
on and so forth. Yeah, no, it's
All right. I want to hear from you people out there. Are you guys...
who inspires you.
Who's inspiring you right now? That's a good question, right? I mean, I would love to find out about new people. What was that? I don't know.
I don't
My
know.
tongue just got...
Go drink some water.
Okay. How about some coffee?
You need water too, not just coffee. As much as I'm a coffee lover,
That's a
but
whole different topic for a whole different episode.
yeah.
Talking about how I barely drink water.
you should, and I keep
know.
telling you. And you see, I love coffee too, but you gotta have some balance there.
All right, we're moving on. We're moving on to the end of this podcast.
Coffee is
Anna, thank you.
inspirational.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with
My
me yet once
pleasure.
again. I mean, you've been putting up with me for 20 plus years. I mean, what's another half hour, right? Wink, wink. Huh? What do you think? What do you think? Good. But wasn't it better this way?
Yes, for sure.
This is people are
Am I to expect this to go on, like not tell me
100
anything about it?
always 100%. This is how
Damn.
I roll in this
Because
here podcast.
you know I love, see, it kind of ties up to what you just said. You know I love doing research, right?
Yeah, because if I tell you the topic, people in the world out there, she is going to do like a full essay on whatever topic I give her. So I want the real Anna to respond, and I know you're good with this stuff. I know
According to our daughter, I'm a really good researcher. So.
you are. And but I don't want that. I want the real Anna here. I want this podcast, and I think I've been
the
accomplishing it.
researcher is a real Anna.
I know it is, but I want the real kind of conversation. I want this to be a conversation. I don't want this to be like a boring thing. I want people to go, "Oh my God, it's been 27 minutes that this podcast has been going on," right?
Yep.
I want that reaction, and I think
I'll be ready for more.
I think I've been doing it,
surprises.
and I think it's been working. So we're gonna just continue doing this.
Never a dull moment.
For all of you guys out there that are listening to us via any one of those audio apps for podcasts out there, be it iTunes, give me some more. Spotify, iHeart,
All of those.
Just tell your friends. We're a happy and fun podcast to listen to while you're driving to work, or walking the
from
dog,
work,
or running around. I don't know. Pick
or
one.
work from home. Or
If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for being there. We really appreciate it. I have to say it. There's a red button. If it's red, you're not our friend. I don't like you. Did you click the button?
My
Hi, friend. Welcome to the podcast. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. I keep on rumbling, and we have to end this.
Will do.
Thank you, Anna.
No problem.